Hello, Jeff. Got your T50-26 rebuilt and going to test it. This is a badass booster. These things have over a 4-to-1 boost ratio because they're designed to work on disc brake cars. And I was able to salvage the vacuum elements, which are no longer available, and I replaced all the hydraulic elements. Got your cylinder here was honed it out. It's great. Got all the hydraulic parts in here, fresh new gaskets. Rebuilt the check valve. This is my fitting here for testing purposes. Back on the back is a port right here for test purposes, and that hose connects to this gauge, and this gauge and this gauge are a vacuum. And when the vacuum pump is on, vacuum is going to be registering on both gauges, and then as the booster is activated, this gauge will stay steady, and this gauge is going to go to 0 when the booster is fully activated. And that's how you can tell the booster. That's one way to tell the booster is working. On the hydraulic side, both gauges here are tied together, so this gauge goes up, maxes out, and this gauge goes up and reads final input pressure is supplied by the booster test machine, and it just goes up to 350. Here's our output side. Again, both gauges are tied together. This gauge goes up and reads, maxes out here, and then this is going to read the final output pressure. So if we got a 4-to-1, so we got 357, so 1400 plus. So this gauge is going to max out, going to go at least up to around the 1500 mark. And just to show you that the boosters are inert with no vacuum, the boosters read the same pressure going in and out. So if a person ever loses vacuum or engine, you don't lose brakes. You just have a harder pedal to push. So you can see we got 350, 350, 350. Now we're going to hit with the vacuum. And while we are doing vacuum, we're going to check, make sure nothing comes out of the bleed screw. It's sealing. The bleed screw is not necessary for bleeding the brakes. Just leave it alone. We've got a bleed hole. It's right here, a little teeny tiny bleed hole, which is your first line of defense to tell you that the internals here are starting to break down. And we check, make sure we have no leaking there. No leaking here, which is where there's a seal underneath here that seals the slave cylinder to the fitting right there. And there we go. This is a big vacuum can, so it takes a while for my machine to build up vacuum in there. Alright. See, we're holding vacuum on the left, going down to 0 on the right. Come over here. And you can see we've got over 1500 psi. So now we're going to watch on this side here, on the hydraulic side. There's our input. There's our output. This thing is almost maxing out my machine. Alright, go back under pressure. Pressure. Come back here, check for leaks. And we have none. Thank you for sending me this booster. They are very unique, and I'm one of the few people left that has reproduced the parts to go inside these things and reproduce and rebuild them. So thank you for sending it to me.